Hello everyone, welcome to TCG Talk, back today with another video, and in today's video we're going to be going over some fun Flesh and Blood news that just recently came out on December 4th, yesterday evening. They're talking about the newest draft set that's going to be coming out, or what we're anticipating to be a draft set in March called Outsiders. We're going to be going over that a little bit, talking about what the pits are, which is one of the locations, if you're not familiar in Flesh and Blood lore. And just, talk about some of the news. So, yesterday at 6 o'clock, my time at least, they talked about Flesh and Blood delves down into the pits, the sprawling web of underground caverns and canals, home to all manner of backstabbing and skullduggery. It's so funny. Outsiders released March 24th, 2023. Pre-release stores worldwide March 17th through 20th. So we're going to the pits. It is a location that a lot of people have been wanting to go in general. And overall, something that a lot of people were excited about. Now, if you're not familiar, like this is the Flesh and Blood lore map. You have Mysteria over here on the right, which is like the ninja, for lack of a better term. I'm just going to use like general classes. Ninja area. You have Volcor, which is Runeblade. Savage Lands, which is Brute. Solana is like the illusionist. Arya is a mixture, right? It's all the talents like ice and earth. And then you have Metrics and the pits, which have a conglomerate of like mechanologist and merchant and now assassin and stuff like that. So obviously there's some other classes sprinkled in each, but for the most part, that's what it is. So the pits is right here on the side, but just below. It's really underneath Metrics, but they can't really do that. It's hard for them to do that in a map. So they made it kind of like below it. And if you go into the lore book, which you can download this for free, if you just Google Flesh and Blood lore book, you can download the PDF. The pits say, deep beneath the city of Metrics, centuries of mining have left a series of massive underground caverns. Thieves, mercenaries, slavers, and smugglers have settled within the darkened caverns of the pits, providing all manner of immoral and illegal services to the world above. So it's kind of like gun for hire type thing. I think you could see, like, obviously assassin class is really big in here. Mechanologist class is big here. I think we could see a mercenary class personally come out of this. Merchant class is really big in this. So really like the down and dirty of Flesh and Blood's world. And I think that personally, a lot of people were excited because that probably means Azalea support is coming. Obviously she coming from the pits. Maybe she got a little bit of support in this most recent set, in Uprising, and Dynasty, not Uprising, sorry, in Dynasty. But I think you're going to see a lot more support for her. I think Dash obviously is going to get a lot of support. You'll definitely see more support for Arachne for sure. But you also might see some really cool merchants. And maybe they'll bring in, I personally think they'll bring in one more class. I'm not sure what that class would be, right? Like looking at just the baseline lore book, these are the ones that haven't been released. Maybe some haven't been released yet. Like Alchemist hasn't been released yet. Necromancer might be a big one they might go for. It says, and many more, right? But overall, like I think if you saw any, it'd probably be Alchemist or Necromancer, but we'll have to see. Bard is also one we haven't seen yet, but I don't know if you'll get that from the pits. But yeah, that's the basis of it. Nothing crazy, just a teaser. A lot of people are anticipating this to be a draft set, right? People were expecting it to be a draft set just because of like how things go. But like the artwork here is really crazy. Like there's so much going on here. So many like bells and whistles on this character that I can't even comprehend some of it. And it's just really fun. You're seeing some like mechanologist looking stuff in here. You're seeing even some stuff from like Azalea, like Tripwire Trap and stuff like that. Like just that kind of style looking stuff at least, right? I don't know what this is on the bottom. It looks like a kettle or something, but I don't even know. It's pretty nutty. So super excited for it. Really looking forward to it, especially if you go look at the world guide. It'll give you a little bit better idea of maybe what the pits are or how they play into the story. Not like super in depth personally, but it's pretty good. Definitely a good starting point. So super excited about it. I'm looking for more Arachne stuff. I love playing Arachne. Arachne is probably my like 1B deck behind Katsu, obviously, and I enjoy playing the hero. And I think Arachne, honestly, is just a little bit more support away from being like a top deck. I told people I think Arachne is a tier B deck with a really good pilot right now, and I think it could be a tier A deck, S tier deck if it has the right support. Also, I want to talk about this. I think it's really cool, and I'm not gonna go too in depth, but they did their jumpstart, welcome to the pit fight, and they talk about ultimate pit fight, as the pits are going to be released. So that's pretty cool. They're like trying to push this more. And the article, like nothing crazy, I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but it just shows you like how to get started in Ultimate Pit Fight. So if you're not aware, Ultimate Pit Fight is like the multiplayer version in Flesh and Blood, where like you play against friends, similar to like Commander and Magic. It's the best way to put it. It's less like stressful. It's supposed to be really fun and like interactive. And the whole purpose of playing this style of game is to just have fun with your friends, right? Like I remember back when I lived in North Carolina, we did some Ultimate Pit Fight draft where we drafted drafted Arcane Rising, and we did Ultimate Pit Fight with it, and it was just hilarious. Also, if you see my dog freaking having fun in the back, he's just scratching his back. But yeah, it's a super fun, like nonchalant, non-serious thing to do, and it's more about like interactions with your opponents more so than like who has the best deck. As you can see right here, you play. There's some rules to it on who you can attack, who you can't, things like that. Definitely look those up, but I encourage you to try it. It's really fun. It's a good break from the game right now. Like Blitz is the other kind of more casual format, but even Blitz can get a little bit daunting for players because you have crazy heroes like Icelander and Rhinar and Kano that can just one shot you, and it can get frustrating for newer players maybe that aren't as skilled at the game or just don't know as much about the game. So Ultimate Pit Fight's super fun way to introduce yourself to the game and go from there. But yeah, overall, I'm really excited for what's going on with Flesh and Blood. I'm really excited, honestly, to get back into PQ season. January cannot come fast enough with Flesh and Blood. Like, the game is definitely not stale. There's tons of new cards, tons of fun stuff to do. But other than armories, like, there's not a whole lot to do if you're like looking to play competitive. Armories can be competitive here in Dallas. Even armory levels are pretty nuts. But overall, I think that I'm looking forward to the competitive side of things, really trying to get into it. Progress season's coming up, Road to Nats, the new season. It's also going to be coming out probably right before the new set, like a month or 2 months before new set. So super excited about that. I'll do a video here soon on where I think the meta is going to be, although it's honestly up in there. There's so many good decks right now. Mechanologist is really strong, obviously. Both ninjas, I think, are really strong. Oldheim's still in the game. Briar. You still have other heroes that are just doing really, really well. I really don't think there's a hero in the game that's unplayable. I truly don't. Even as much fun as people make of Azalea and stuff, a lot of people are playing Azalea and Talishar and just enjoying the hero. And I think in the right pilot, like even she can cause some trouble against certain decks. So overall, like super glad with where the game is. I think honestly, this is the healthiest the meta's been. I know I've said that before, but like I really do mean it. I think this is the healthiest that the meta has ever been in Flesh and Blood, where like people just can play anything. So yeah, hopefully y'all are having fun with the game. Let me know what you're kind of doing in your time off. I know some people are just doing armories, but if y'all are doing any or crazy draft or any or crazy stuff, like let me know. I'm personally looking to kind of just chill at armories and hang out until ProQuest season. But yeah, let me know what type of Flesh and Blood content you want to see in the future. I don't want to just like remake deck techs and make updates and stuff like that. I really want to make content that's like relevant. So please, if you have any suggestions on videos you would like to see, I've heard a couple people in the Discord asking me for a sideboard guide for Katsu. So I'll definitely do a video on that this week and try to get that out. But overall, just let me know what you want to see. I don't want to just put out videos, which is why Flesh and Blood content's been out for like a week, just because there's not much relevant going on in my neck of the woods for Flesh and Blood. But hopefully y'all have a great rest of your week. I'll be putting out the One Piece second half of the One Piece deck profiles tomorrow. So hopefully for you One Piece fans, you can enjoy that. If not, if you're a Flesh and Blood fan, I encourage you to try it out. You'll really enjoy the game. But yeah, hopefully you'll have a great rest of your week, and I'll see y'all next time on TCG Talk. Thank y'all so much.